And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at an expansion for Cat Lady called Box of Treats. Now, Cat Lady is a card drafting game which is quite good. I really enjoy Cat Lady. In fact, it came out with a deluxe version a few months ago, which is just a version of it that actually came in a tin. And this game is compatible with both the original one and this nicer deluxe premium edition, it's called. So what this expansion does here is it adds new things to the game. It adds a way to increase the player count to 6 players, and it lets you play solitaire. For more details, keep watching. So here's everything that comes in this expansion. You'll notice that there's a big deck of cards here. These are to be added if you play with 5 players, and they're mostly more of the same stuff. The main difference is there's different named cats, etc. And so you can see the different cats that are there. You also have another little deck of cards that is for 6 players. By the way, there's another color involved now. There's black cats that are included in the game. So that's 5 to 6 players. Then we have some cards for basically solitaire play. What you'll do is you'll draw 2 of these starting cards at the beginning to give to the solitaire player called the cat player, and that gives them advantage. Maybe they start with 3 food, or a catnip, or a costume that counts as 2 costumes, or 4 victory points, whatever it is. And then each round when you play, you'll be drawing these turn cards, which basically just shows you which row or column they'll take, and also they're not affected by the cat token. There's a few other rules. So that's the 5 to 6 player and the solitaire rules, which basically leaves these cards here. So we have some new stray cats that are included in the game. And then we have, well, not a few new stray cats, a ton of new stray cats, including the new color black that's included throughout them. And then we have some regular game cards, and I should note here that the game cards have a little symbol down here in the corner to show you that they're from this expansion. So, what's new in this expansion? That leaves us with these. So first we have boxes. Now boxes, you can take a box, and a box will hold a very specific cat. This one holds a gray cat. This one holds a white milk cat. So this cat which is white and wants milk. And once you have it, you can put the cat in the box. Each cat in a box is worth 1 point for every box you have. So let's say at the end of the game, I have this. I got 2 cats in a box, so each of them is going to be worth 3 points. So I'll get 6 points total. This box counts for purposes of the cats in a box scoring, but won't score on its own. If I had managed to get a cat in that box, now they're all worth 3, and they're going to be worth 9 points. I got a 4th box in there, they're all worth 4, etc. So that's one of the new things that's added, is a bunch of boxes. Then we have treats. Treats with these corresponding tokens here. Treats, you can take a treat and you can use a treat to feed a cat. It completely feeds a cat. So I can be like, this treat completely fills that cat. However, that cat is then worth 1 point. This one, Catherine, is worth 3 victory points for every gray cat you feed. Nope. If you use the treat to feed her, she's not going to lose you points, but she's also going to get you 1 point when you feed her. So that's what these treat cards are used for. And they do count as food. You can't use wilds as treats. Then there's a few other cards in here. The cat brush, which lets you switch one of your cats with one from the grid. A shopping bag gives you 1 of each food, but you give 2 points every other player. And the laser pointer, which is pretty cool, just lets you take 2 cards from the grid and then discard 1 card from the grid, kind of clearing things out. Finally, we have these tokens here. So you'll notice that there is different things that are mentioned on these. These are called shared goals. And what you'll do, you have to play at least 3 players for these to work. You put them on either side of you. So I'll have these with another player. So for example, 3 filled boxes, 14 fed cats, 3 stray cats. I put this between us, and then if, for example, me and, let's say I'm sitting next to Susan, me and Susan have between us 3 stray cats, then me and Susan each get 4 victory points. And that's basically what it is. No leftover food, 6 costumes, 3 multicolored cats, 8 toys, 6 cats of the same color, and 6 catnip. and that's what's included. The game comes with an updated score pad, which shows the new things added, so you can keep track of those. These are nice little wooden tokens. The new cards and everything, it's pretty much the same quality as the original cards. And while this symbol's not super easy to see, probably if you're mixing these in, you're not going to care that much whether they come with the expansion or not. So, I mean, everything will fit in the original box, so even though this is a nice box, you can get rid of it if you want to. But the components are fine, and even the artwork is starting to grow on me a little bit. Okay, so for me, this expansion was a bit disappointing. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but it just really, this adds a 5th and 6th player and adds a solitaire mode. If you don't care about either of those things, it adds pretty much nothing. It adds a few new things. It adds the boxes, which I found to be an okay thing. Yeah, you can score a lot of points with boxes if none of the other players take boxes. There's not that many, so they might grab one just to stop you from scoring 25 points with boxes. They're also fairly complex. You need a very specific cat to go in the box. Nah, I just didn't think much of them. The treats, also, they're great. You can feed a cat, make it worth a point instead of negative points, but I'd rather just feed the cat the normal food. It's kind of an extra thing to do. The 3 new green cards are great, but I'm not buying an expansion for 3 new green cards. The action cards, I was kind of surprised there was only 1 of each of them anyway. So, yes, if you want to play with 6 players, then you definitely want to get this. If you want to play solitaire, I guess the solitaire mode here seems like the cat, you're just playing against a random player. They're not picking things that will help them. They're not going to look at your thing and pick that. They're going to pick the card you turn over, and that's what they take. And if I don't want to play against a random player, so that didn't really do anything for me either. So it's okay. If I had it, sure, I'd add the stuff in. I'd teach it to, in fact, I did teach it to people who've not played Cat Lady before, and I didn't even know I was adding extra stuff. I just said, here's some things. The shared goals, in a bigger game, it might work out okay. It just sounds like an idea that sounded, oh, that's cool, but at the end of the day, it's really not that fun. It's like, ooh, let's get 6 cats of the same color. Well, you're not collecting them. I'm not going to do it on my own just to get you some extra points. And I just found that part to be ho-hum. The whole expansion just feels a little ho-hum to me. Unless, of course, you are dying to play the game with 6 players, in which case, then it's fantastic. Then get it, and you'll have those extra cards. But unless that's what you're looking for, I don't think there's enough content in here to justify this expansion. So that's Cat Lady, Box of Treats. Dice Tower Judgment, you want more players or solitaire? Great for you. Otherwise, it's okay.